Hi, my name's Peter. I was there with him. I was with him through a lot. I remember the day that he called me. I was just a simple fisherman. Why call me? But only he knows. Anyway, I saw so many awesome things he did. People called them miracles, and I didn't get them then. Even when one happened to me. I walked on water. But the seas got rough, and I took my eyes off of him and I started drowning. I was scared. Well, he picked me up and put me back on the boat, and he said that I had little faith. It hurt. But he was right. Anyway, during Passover, I went to supper with him and the other 11 guys. We're lounging, we're talking, we're laughing, we're having a good time. Then it came time to break bread. He took it and he broke it. And he said that it was his body. His body would be broken? I didn't understand it. Then he took the wine and passed it, and said that it was his blood, that we would all take part of it. I still didn't understand it. But I let it slide because he always spoke in metaphors. Well, then he said something that I understood. He said that someone would betray him. I heard that and I was shocked. And I looked around the table and wondered who. And a couple people asked, "Master, is it I?" He said no. And Judas Iscariot asked. It was him. Judas, our brother, would betray the Master? It didn't make sense. Well, after dinner, Judas leaves. And the Master decides that he wants to go up to the Garden of Gethsemane and the Mount of Olives to pray. It was getting late, it had been a long day, we were tired, but he wanted us to go with him. He had this sense of urgency. And so we decided that we'd go with him. And when we got there, he took me and James and John up with him, up to the garden. Everybody else was down on the mountain. And he told us to wait there while he went on to pray by himself. And he told us to pray so that we wouldn't fall into temptation. So I leaned up against a rock and started praying, and before I knew it, I fell asleep. Now I awake to him shaking me, saying that I should pray so I don't fall into temptation. I didn't get that. And I should have listened. But I start praying again, and I fall asleep. He wakes me up again, and I try to say that I'm sorry. I say, "Master, I'm sorry," and he says that it's too late. And I look down the mountain path, and there's high priests, there's slaves, there's guards, all coming up towards us, led by Judas. Our brother, Judas. Now I was angry. I was very angry that our brother, one who had walked with us and the Master for 3 years, would betray him. The Master walks down to see them. Judas kisses him. And I walk down to see what's going on. And a slave comes forward to arrest the Master. And I was angry. And I took my sword and I chopped the slave's ear off. And it just lay on the ground, bleeding. He looked at me, told me to put my sword away. He gave me that look. that look. And I remembered, as we were walking up to the mountain, he had told me that before he died, I was going to betray him 3 times. He was my master. I wasn't going to betray my master. And who knows when he would have died? I guess he did. And I remembered that as he picked the ear up off the ground and simply put it back on and healed it, like it had been there all along and nothing had happened. And so they all take the master away. And all I could wonder was, what happens now?